Howdy, howdy. How's everyone doing today on a Tuesday? We had a great show yesterday for Comic's sake. Uh, it was really nice having Nick Batera on. He's fabulous. For all of you in the comments or stream, I see there's two of you. If you could retweet, like, share. We're doing a little auction right now, and as part of that auction, we're going to be giving away some or trying to get rid of some interesting stuff. So, and hopefully we'll get a few of you in here on YouTube. So if you're watching over on X, head on over on YouTube and get in the comments. And at some point we can start selling some cool stuff. So I have tons of Tim Vigil art, tons of Joe Vigil art, Joe and Tim together from Faust, if you don't know who that is. I also have books from the 90s and the 80s that are well out of print. And yeah, they're pretty fantastic. So let's see if I can look up here. Hold on one second. Checking out to see what's going on X real quick. So let me get this going. So 8 of you so far. That's really nice. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to go ahead and repost this right now and quote tweet it. Join us on YouTube for the auction. Now, I might have some interesting stuff too sitting around here. Like I have a bunch of Daniel Warren Johnson stuff, and I even have some art, some Daniel Warren Johnson art inside one of my Murder Falcon hardcovers. So he did that when I was at a show. And although it is a prized possession, I do need to, get some money moving since I haven't been able to work over the past week. It's been busy and just trying to figure stuff out. So just trying to keep things moving. Let's see. I have 13 watching currently. Nice. Hopefully you'll head over to YouTube for the auction. And I cannot see your comments, unfortunately, if you're on X. So that's always, a hurdle that has to be gotten out of the way. So let me see. Let me go to this so I can see what you guys are doing. Because I'm going to start showing art here in a minute. And when people start getting interested, we can start talking about it. So let me go here. Live. Maybe it'll let me in there. Give me a second here. Playlist. Wow. Guess I have to go here. So I'm going to start showing some art here in a second. I just got to find my stream so I can stream it onto another medium so I can see it once we head over into that. Subscriptions. Give me a break. Let me go here. Here. Almost done. Profile. Yeah, it shows I'm on right now. I'll just pop in through there. And here we are. So looks like there's two of you in oh, I'm gonna turn that off. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna transfer over to this so that we can see some art. Let's open this up and do this. Okay, so some of this stuff is pretty old. These are a bunch of originals. Some of them, what's interesting is like some of them have been around for a while. So 2009 on this Tim Vigil piece, and I think you guys may like this. It's a like a barbarian piece. It's really nice. It's one of those beautiful lots that is, it's well inked, has good proportions. Tim, it looks like there's even some pencils on here that he forgot to erase. It looks like it was inked in brush. It's a really nice piece, so I really enjoy it. I'm always interested in trying to, collect people's art that, inspires me. So some of this stuff is really, really nice. So there's one. Let me see. Let's get into something interesting. So he did a book called Jack the Lantern. This is one of the pages from it. Let me see. I believe it's page Jack the Lantern number 3. This is page 20. There's still some pencils on it, which is really, really nice. Let me see if I can get this a little more focused. There we go. That cleans that up quite a bit. Anyways, it's a beautiful piece. You can see that it's a full 11 by 17 piece all the way down to the edges. So it's not 10 by 15 like most comic book pages are. It's really well inked. It's a really nice piece. The rendering on it is fantastic. Look at that foot. That foot is just amazing. So these are some of the pages from Jack the Lantern. This is, wow. And it's brush inked most of this stuff. So all this rendering is really, really just nice stuff. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's nice. So yeah, I should probably advertise more if I'm going to be doing stuff like this, doing some type of weird auction type scenario. This is stuff that's come down the pike for me that essentially I don't really have a place anymore for this type of stuff around my house. So I want to be able to, get rid of some of this stuff, and I want people who love his work to enjoy it. So, like, this page is gnarly. It's really nice. Look. So, yeah. And then, I'm not sure this is from Jack the Lantern. Jack issue 5, page 2. There we go. So we know. Jack issue 5, page 2. So the rendering on this is ridiculous. Like, It's so nice. Look at how detailed this all is. So unreal. Super detailed. You know, it's fantastic. Oh, this one too. Look at this. Bam. I mean, it's something. It really is. So for all you big Tim Vigil people, if you know Faust, or you know EO, or you know he did some Badger issues. He did Zero Tolerance. You know, a lot of this stuff is stuff that's been previously published. So let's look at something else that's interesting. So these are part of the print set that Joe and Tim did for Gunfighters from Hell. And it's a transfer that they cleaned up, and it looks like they inked like a whole bunch of it to clean it up, and then like whited out a bunch of stuff on it, because this was what they used for the print. This Gunfighters, this was a gatefold cover also. It's pretty beautiful. I like it. So the inking's phenomenal on this piece. Like it's unreal good. And there's, the Zipatone that's on there. It's all tacked down like it's on a piece of vellum. It's really beautiful. I have a few of these actually. So this is, some of it. Look at this. Stuff's just unreal. All that stippling. So yeah, they went over this whole thing to clean it up. You can see where they laid more ink into everything, because I think it was printed on the back and then they just cleaned it up to get it ready for, essentially publication. It's really nice. There's one more. Oh man, look at this. Look at that guy's face. That's unreal. So get to show these up close. Tim inked these over Joe. I think Tim actually drew some of the extra stuff on it too. Like you can kind of tell. It's really nice. I like it. Let's see. Oh, there's a print set. Look at this. Cuda from back in the day. So the outside of it is like there's a ripped corner here. But if you get into this stuff is ridiculous. So now the paper they're printed on is almost like cardstock. Like it's really heavy duty. Look how beautiful that is. In full color. These are all inked by Tim himself. Vigil himself hooked this up with his inks. Look at that. So here's another print. Show that. And these are perfect. The prints inside, the corners are nice. There's no wrinkles. It's just beautiful. These came out in the 2000s, I think. 98 it says on here. So yeah, right before 2000 some of this stuff was done. It's really cool. So yeah, I have print sets. I have original art. I have all this stuff that I essentially want to pass on to you guys, so that we can so that I can have more room. So it's just getting out of control. Let me see. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard the privacy of the bytes. Okay, we're doing that. So let's see how many people are in here. Let me flip back out of here real quick and go to here. And we have 32 people. If you 32 people that are over on Twitter currently would like to come over here, that would be fantastic, because I'm going to be starting an auction soon. And, we're going to be auctioning off some of the stuff. This was retailed for like $24. Like, I'll do that plus shipping on something like this. So it's, it's the same cost. The only thing that's kind of messed up on it is the corners of this thing, but the inside is perfect. I'll just write $20 on this, and or on a little, not on it, but on a little sticky note, I'll write $20 so that we all know what it's worth. Some of this stuff you guys might not be into, and I totally understand that. It's kind of, if you don't know who Tim Vigil is, or Joe Vigil, this is stuff that's kind of out of your wheelhouse. Oh, here's something interesting. Now this is old school Joe Vigil, and it looks like Joe and Tim actually like inked this back in the day. It says 92, which was the year I graduated high school. So this is Joe Vigil's character Dog. And this is the real illustration that he used in the book. It has, like, I can feel the zipatone on it. The zipatone's so old it's turned yellow. It started to turn yellow. It's literally one of the like apex pieces for Joe back in the day. Like, this was Joe Vigil. It's really cool stuff. So there's that. And then there's all these like tracing paper pieces that, which you guys can't really see, but Tim likes to use tracing paper to go over his work. And I ended up with several tracing paper images, or images that were, going to be used for other things. This is an 06 Vigil piece. It looks like it was being done for his Gothic Knight stuff, because it's a graveyard. And it has like all the famous artists' name in it: Neil Adams, Jack Kirby, has Joseph Vigil, it has everybody. So it's yeah, I'm gonna have to show it somewhere else on here. So it's just pencils. Let me add this back to stage. We'll go back to this and we'll open it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is the Joe Vigil, or Tim Vigil, Gothic Knights piece. It looks like he had rendered most of it out to some extent. Bernie Wrightson's name's on one of the gravestones. Like, he went hardcore. Ingrid, the woman that he based the Gothic Knights girl on, her name's Ingrid something. So he put her name in there. It's pretty amazing, some of these sketches. Let's see. Oh, and then here's my Faust piece. So 1997, this would have been, one of the pinnacle Faust pieces from back in the day. After they left Rebel Studios, or I'm sorry, North Star, to form Rebel Studios. And they ended up re-releasing them with different covers. And I believe he ended up painting something like this for one of them. So I'm not exactly sure, but this thing is like super loved. I love this thing. It's fantastic. Oh, goodness. Anyways. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to end up having to do, obviously, some type of, you know, getting this out so that people who are interested in Tim Vigil's work can actually like come over here and check that stuff out. I'm not really looking to make tons of money off this stuff at all. Um, it's not, it was all given to me for free. So it literally, you know, it's just going to sit here in a box unless I do something with it. And yeah, I need to do something with it. So I'd probably give this away for like $40. So let's write that on there. So $40 piece. I just put it on the. So if you asked Tim to do this with 2 characters, he'd probably charge you like $80 to $100 for sure. So this has a lot more on it than he usually does. It's a really kind of a cool piece. Yeah. So the Jack pages, surprisingly enough, a lot of these Jack pages actually have prices on them that were what he originally wanted to charge. Like this is $150 page, so I'd probably get rid of it for like 100 at this point. This was a $400 page. You know, this giant. I'd probably do 300 or 250 depending on like who it was going to. This is probably another $150 page, $100. You know, so it's they're reasonable prices. Ah, interesting. Sketches by Vigil, like a little comic story that went unfinished. And it's I think just 2 pieces, 2 pages. It's just a girl running away from a group of people into traffic, basically. I don't know where this came from, why it was never finished, why it's this size. It's not even 11 by 17. It's pretty small. Um, you know. So yeah, and then there's comics. Like I have tons of comics here. Let's. What did we get into? We have copies of Fritz the Whistle. Ah, copy of Faust #1, signed by Vigil. This is the second printing from Rebel Studios. So yeah, this would have been his new cover, which, as you can see, oh, it's signed by Vigil and Quinn. I just see Tim's name on here. I don't see Quinn's. I can look though. Let's find out. Maybe he signed the inside. Yep, he signed the inside. So it's Quinn and it is the second printing. This is a #1. So that means that this would have been the first printing from Rebel Studios, I think, because second printing would have been, or first printing would have been the stuff from North Star, unless they started over. Not sure. Let's see what else we have here. Goodness. So many Fausts. I have some Crows, which I'm not going to sell. Chaos Chronicles, which would have been Lady Death and Evil Ernie. So this is old school. What else? A whole bunch of Faust. Metal covers. Like this is a Tim Vigil metal cover for Angel Eyes. It says first issue, but I think it's just a metal plate. Yeah, it's a metal plate. And it's signed by Joe Vigil. This was inked by Tim, I believe. It looks amazing. It's really shiny. Anyways, this is some of the stuff I might just throw in for people that end up buying art. Because I wouldn't know what to charge for something like this. I would just give it away. Let's see. Ooh, Godhead issues. Faust 9. Oh. Razor, signed by Everett Hartsoe, the swimsuit edition. That's old school. That's some old school stuff right there. Yeah. Hartsoe. Ah. And it has a certificate of authenticity signed by William Christensen. This might have come out in 95, something like that, when they first got the Razor. The Razor. I believe they had, I guess, bought the rights for a limited time on Razor at one point. That's when I showed up there. It's right at the end of that. Copy of EO. 750 issues out of 1,000. Signed by Tim. Oh, can't show that. Let's see. Is this the first issue? No, it's the second issue. EO2. So this is EO2. 1994. It's signed, numbered. Some of this stuff is, I don't know, it's probably like $20 if you were to try to find it on eBay or something like that. It was $10 originally. This was the San Diego Comic-Con edition. These things are just kind of floating around in here. Let's see what else there is. More Razor. More Faust. Oh, here's stuff that people might want. Look at this. This is a ash can of the first Grips comic book, which, if Rex were in here, he would be super, super excited about. And I think we have a big pile of originals of those first issues. So this is like 5 or 6 copies of the first Grips comic book. They sell for about $20-$30 online, maybe a little more now. This is what Tim Vigil started out as before Faust. So these two things, this thing is amazing. I didn't even know this existed till probably 4 or 5 years ago. This was my first comic book that I owned when I was 15 years old. So I bought it when I was a freshman in high school. I don't have it. I ended up giving it away. But over the years, I've collected enough. And this actually came from my comic dad, who it was part of what I inherited after he passed away. So yeah, this stuff's awesome. And there's so much more. I have all the Faust statues. I have tons of Faust movie stuff in a bunch of different languages. I just have all of it. I have the script for the Faust movie, 2 of them signed from the working scripts. I have all the storyboards for the entire Faust movie. I have the maquette that they designed for the original statue for the Faust movie, which sits over here in my studio in a in a box to kind of keep dust and everything off of it. It's one of my favorite little things. I've kept it for a while. What else? Yeah. You know, I could start digging through other stuff and see what I come across. But it doesn't look like this is actually kind of going anywhere. Out of all of it, I haven't even seen any comments. Can't post comments in some destinations, it says. So nobody's even commented. Like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, that thing's awesome. Or, oh man, I would love to own that. Any of those things would be fantastic. So, yeah. So 40 of you, 41 of you are currently watching. 41. Let's see. I have a lot of interesting stuff. Let me go find something. Give me 1 second. Oh. Let's see. Oh. How did that get up there? So weird. Why did that get up there? Copy job on. Oh. This is my hardcover of Murder Falcon. Like, look at this. Murder Falcon. And then when you open it, Daniel Warren Johnson drew Murph. And he's amazing. It's fantastic. I love this piece. I was lucky to be able to get it. It's I've only opened it once, like to actually kind of flip through it really. And I've opened it to look at the art of the front of it, but I actually have another copy of this in softcover, which I use regularly to, as inspiration, so on and so forth. Yeah. Anyways, it seems like this is just humdrum, and at this point, I may just end up taking this stream down and then erasing it. So I'll obviously have to find some type of avenue to get rid of some of this stuff. And if that just means popping it online or in a store or something and seeing what happens is fine with me. So nice. Well, very good. I appreciate all 42 of you coming out. Seems like this has been uneventful. I apologize. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of the art. If by any chance you happen to be interested in any of it, you can hit me up on X after going through this stream, and then we can have a talk about it and go from there, and I can get it shipped out to everybody. So anyways, I appreciate you all coming out and seeing my stupid little stream. And if you are interested, find me on X at Vonderabo, or find me on Facebook, or find me on Instagram, or even hit me up here in the comments below the video, and we can somehow reach out to each other and figure this out. So that being said, I want to wish you all a happy day. I hope everything goes well for you. And thanks for checking it out. Have a good day.